Welcome to Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda. On this day, 11th of July, 65 years ago, so 11th of July 1960, a book was published. It was a novel dealing with racism and injustice in the deep south of the United States of America, written by a lady called Harper Lee. The book was called To Kill a Mockingbird. In fact, Harper Lee, despite the massive impact and success of To Kill a Mockingbird, Harper Lee only ever had one other book published, and that itself was 55 years later in 2015, Go Set a Watchman. Now, To Kill a Mockingbird became a publishing phenomenon, and it challenged racism in a very powerful way. Quickly became required reading, particularly in schools, to help children understand the evils of racism. Now, ironically, more recently, To Kill a Mockingbird there were loud calls for it to be dropped from the school curriculums here in Ireland, and I understand it has been quietly dropped since then, because To Kill a Mockingbird uses the N-word to refer to black people. Now, not in a way that the author is doing it to demean anybody, but in the mouths of characters to show how ugly and how crude and how stupid racism is. Nevertheless, there were some students who found it very upsetting. And I think that was not the problem of using the book as a textbook. It was the problem of poor teachers, unimaginative teachers who just got people to stand up and read passages out of the book. And then when the N-word cropped up, some students would be sniggering and looking over at black students in a mocking way and stuff like that. The problem was not the book. The problem was poor teaching of the book, because To Kill a Mockingbird remains to this day a very powerful tool to challenge the evil and the stupidity and the unacceptableness of racism and racial slurs. You see, we cannot make things go away by ignoring them. And we do live in a time right now here in Ireland when some people are feeling more and more emboldened, particularly on social media, for example, and in the political sphere, to express racist views that should long ago have been removed from Irish society. It made me think about the fact that the Bible tackles a lot of difficult issues. Some people would prefer it if the Bible didn't talk about some of those things. You know, when you do this thing of reading the Bible through out loud, a number of churches do that, for example, at the beginning of a year. They will organise people to take turns to read the Bible out loud. And that can get sort of embarrassing because there are parts of the Bible where it gets quite graphic. And it's quite embarrassing if you're there reading it out in front of a group of people. Now, I've actually heard atheists say the Bible should be declared an X-rated book because of the situations it deals with. But the fact is, the Bible addresses real life. And in real life, things are not all sugar and spice and all things nice. There's evil, there's wickedness, there's sin, and there's perversion. And God deals with those issues. God does not ignore them. The idea of the Christian is not that we ignore evil in the world and hope it goes away. The idea is that we understand that the gospel of Jesus Christ confronts evil and overcomes evil. I think that's true of the evil of racism. It's true of a lot of other kinds of evil as well. So I want to encourage you this day. Don't be afraid to acknowledge what is going on around you. Don't be afraid to acknowledge the evil that exists around us. But do always remember that the gospel of Jesus Christ has the answer. We as Christians should be in the forefront of the fight against racism. There should be absolutely no place whatsoever for any racist attitudes, language, or anything else among the people of God. And I do rejoice that the Church of Jesus Christ is to me one of the most integrated areas of Irish life today. But we don't get there by ignoring the evil, but by acknowledging the evil that takes place and declaring that we have something greater to overcome it. I would recommend, if you haven't read To Kill a Mockingbird, it's not comfortable reading, but I think it should be required reading for all of us to help us move into a better place. But let's remember that the true answer to all of these evils is the gospel of Jesus Christ. God bless you today, and join us again tomorrow for another Take 5, your 5-minute inspirational message from Solid Rock Drogheda.